The stage was set. The Sher-Bangla National Stadium in Dhaka, Bangladesh, was ready to witness history. It was the semi-final of the ICC T20 World Cup 2024. Two cricketing giants, India and England, were set to clash in a high-stakes encounter. The winner would book a place in the final. The loser would see their World Cup dreams shattered. The tension was palpable. England had won the toss and elected to bat first on a pitch that looked good for batting. The English openers started cautiously, aware of the threat posed by the Indian bowling attack. However, as the innings progressed, they found their groove and began to score freely. Jos Buttler, the English captain, led from the front with a blistering knock. India, on the other hand, had a mixed day in the field. Their bowlers struggled to contain the English batsmen in the first half of the innings. However, they came back strongly in the death overs to restrict England to a manageable total. The Indian fans were hopeful that their star-studded batting lineup would chase down the target. The match was perfectly poised at the halfway stage. It promised to be a thrilling encounter. The Sher-Bangla National Stadium was a cauldron of noise and color. The stands were packed with passionate fans from both India and England. The atmosphere was electric. Every boundary was cheered, every wicket celebrated. The crowd was fully invested in the match. The Indian fans, dressed in the blue jersey of their team, easily outnumbered the English supporters. They waved the Indian flag and chanted slogans in support of their team. The English fans, though outnumbered, were no less vocal. They sang songs and cheered on their team with equal fervor. The atmosphere was festive and friendly. The fans were there to enjoy the game and support their teams. There was a sense of camaraderie among them, despite the rivalry between the two teams. As the players took the field for the second innings, the noise reached a crescendo. The stage was set for an epic encounter. India's run chase got off to a disastrous start. They lost their star batsman Rohit Sharma early. England's bowlers were on fire. They kept taking wickets at regular intervals. The Indian fans were stunned into silence. However, Virat Kohli, the former Indian captain, had other plans. He played a captain's innings, holding the Indian innings together. He found a willing ally in the young Rishabh Pant. Together, they steadied the ship and brought India back into the match. Just when it seemed like India were gaining the upper hand, England struck back. They dismissed Kohli and Pant in quick succession. The match swung back in England's favor. The tension was unbearable. The lower order crumbled under pressure. India were staring down the barrel of defeat. Section 4. Batting Brilliance and Bowling Masterclass. Jos Buttler was the star of the show for England. He played a blistering innings, scoring a quick-fire century. He took the Indian bowlers to the cleaners, hitting boundaries at will. His innings set the platform for England's challenging total. For India, Virat Kohli was the standout performer with the bat. He played a lone hand, scoring a fighting half-century. He tried his best to hold the innings together, but he lacked support from the other end. Mark Wood was the pick of the English bowlers. He bowled with pace and accuracy, troubling the Indian batsmen with his variations. He picked up crucial wickets at regular intervals and kept England in the game. The match witnessed some brilliant individual performances, but it was England's day. They outplayed India in all departments of the game. Section 5. The crowd roars, the tension mounts. The crowd rode every ball of the match. The cheers grew louder with every run scored, every wicket taken. The tension was palpable in the air. When Kohli was at the crease, the Indian fans erupted in joy. They chanted his name, hoping that he would lead their team to victory. But when he was dismissed, a collective groan went around the stadium. The English fans, on the other hand, erupted in celebration. The tension reached fever pitch in the final over of the match. India needed an improbable number of runs. The English bowlers held their nerve and bowled tightly. England won the match by a comfortable margin. The final wicket triggered wild celebrations in the English camp. The Indian fans were left heartbroken, but they applauded the English team for their performance. Section 6. England triumphant, a final showdown awaits. England won the match by a comfortable margin to book their place in the final of the ICC T20 World Cup 2024. They would face the winner of the second semi-final between Pakistan and Australia. India, on the other hand, were left to rue their missed opportunities. They would have to wait another 2 years to try and win their second T20 World Cup title. The match was a fitting finale to what had been a fantastic tournament. It had everything: excitement, drama, and some brilliant individual performances. But most importantly, it was played in the right spirit. Both teams gave it their all. In the end, it was England who emerged victorious. The stage is now set for the final. It promises to be another exciting encounter. Cricket fans around the world are eagerly awaiting the final showdown.